Welcome to Sunday Night SFL action here in the Motor City. It's the Motor City V8s here at home one last time here in Season 23 at Bank Michigan Stadium as they host the Denver Nightwings. Good evening, folks. I'm Tyler Falk. Welcome to this exciting end-of-season contest between the Motor City V8s and the Denver Nightwings. The name of the game is Win, and your playoff hopes stay alive, as I'm joined here in the booth by Mike O'Neill. Mike, both teams need a win. Who are you counting on for each team today?
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple players. First of all, Tyler, awesome to be back in the booth with you. Let's talk about these players. We're going to start with Denver here. Number 54, Luis Quintana, former Season 21 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Has got to be great today. He's the Mike linebacker for this Denver squad, and he's going up against a Motor City team without their starting quarterback. The run game is going to be a focal point for Motor City. Quintana's got to be there to shut it down. On the other side, Motor City, let's talk about number 81, Phil Cause, a veteran leader on this offense. With King Jackson being out, Josh Kelly's going to need a serious safety valve, especially out of heavy sets. He needs to be ready when he gets his opportunity, so keep an eye on number 81, Phil Cause.
Longest standing member of this offensive squad with 9 seasons in the SFL is here we go. From Michigan, it's a short kickoff taken up here by Logan Keel, trying to bounce off a couple of tackles and eventually brought down at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Nightwing offense led by quarterback Gene Struthers out onto the field. And it was an okay day, not the best day when he was there to play DC just a week ago. 13 of 32, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Need to limit the mistakes here today.
Absolutely, and keep him clean as well. He's been sacked 14 times.
So he'll try out under center with a tailback split off behind him with 3 wide receivers. And in motion is Dylan Lewis in his 4th season with the team and in the league. Brothers flips it out right side of the back. And the tailback can only manage maybe a yard. That's Bailey O'Shaughnessy. And the rest of the offensive lineup is as follows. R.E. Mills is the fullback with Logan Keel and Jeremy Mosley partnering alongside Dylan Lewis at wideout. Chris Alper, Marquis Sango are the tight ends, and on the line, Carly Forge and Marcella Martin are on the line. A note of inactive tonight is the wide receiver Dalton Parkers. That pass over the middle is incomplete, intended for Keel.
Yeah, trying to get it across the middle to Keel and just like a quick little drag route, and couldn't find him. He couldn't hang on to it. That's a bummer for Denver, and his 3rd and 9 here. They've got to convert here. You don't want to start here with a 3 and out.
Go wide. Here on 3rd and 9, Struthers, deep shot into double coverage, and it hits the hands of Lewis. Falls incomplete. Good coverage from outside linebacker Rodney Panani, and that's a good 3 and out to start the ball game for this Motor City defense.
Yeah, excellent job. Anytime you get an outside linebacker in coverage, you normally look at that as a mismatch, but Panani doing a really good job holding his own there and forcing a 3 and out, which is really, really tough when you're on the road, Tyler.
Punt is away from Toby Goin. Trying to be a good little return here from Johan Sutherland as he brings it up to the 34-yard line. This is the league's 9th best passing offense. Now, without their starting quarterback, Josh Kelly will come in, but it's really on these wide receivers, King Alexander, Johan Sutherland, Terrell Cooper, and Jay Viper, to really continue to lead this team from the front. Offset eye behind Kelly to begin the ball game. He's back to pass, blitz coming. Kelly looking middle, caught. 8-yard pickup for the V8s as Kelly connects with Terrell Cooper as we introduce you to the rest of that V8 offense. Shane Kaufman and Christopher Dean are the tailbacks with Julian Gusters at fullback. Of course, we mentioned the wide receivers, Alexander, Sutherland, Cooper, and Viper. Azami Mihata and Phil Koss are the tight ends. And on the line, it's Mo Biggins, Scott Pancake, Bill and Phil McMillan. And off left side, plowing through 2 defenders as Christopher Dean barreling his way forward for a 1st down.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge key to success here tonight for Motor City. Christopher Dean, right? You got to use your running backs. You got to get them involved. Christopher Dean, Julian Gusters, you got to get both of them involved. Shane Kaufman, get everybody involved, right? Good job. Denver showed the blitz, then backed off, and Motor City attacked them with a run right up the middle. It's a great play.
From near midfield, both tight ends on the field here now for the V8s off to the right. Kelly looking to throw, has time, looking into triple coverage. Kelly got a man. That's a big first down already. Azami Mihara to near the 25.
You want to talk about tight ends? I come in here talking about Phil Cause, and Azami Mahata comes in here and just takes the top off the defense. Triple coverage, and Kelly delivers a dime here. Great job by Mahata. I don't know how he came up with that, but man, that is a heck of a reception there in triple coverage.
A dot. Another dot from Kelly. A two to begin the drive, and they already flipped the field to now the Denver 25. Run deep up the middle. Has to be gang tackled after gaining 5 yards. We introduce you quickly to the Nightwing defense. Hugo Reynosa, Jill Cumbus, Logan Gardner, Joseph Savoca, and Brenda Puff are the defensive linemen. Stefan Forge, John Martin are the outside linebackers. The aforementioned season 21 defensive rookie of the year, Luis Quintana, is the middle linebacker with Luke Schreiner and Parker Thomas and corner. Handoff left side, meanwhile, going for a couple yards. That's the first carry from Shane Kaufman. And back in the secondary, it's Jeff Melanishin and Lucas DeVore at safety. And this now brings up a 3rd and 2 after that 3-yard run.
How about Lucas DeVore with coming in with that shoulder tackle? That was pretty impressive.
I formation, 8 defenders in the box here to try and stop a potential run up the gut. Is a run off to the right-hand side, and it's sniffed out expertly by this Denver defense. John Martin in on the stop, and it's 4th down.
Well, if you've gotten a chance to watch any Denver game this season, John Martin is being highlighted in every single one of them. He's got 18 tackles for loss this season, Tyler.
Now make that number 19 as the field goal attempt is up, and it's end over end, right through the uprights, and good for English Tree, the undrafted rookie free agent, and a very nice opening drive for Motor City. They strike first. It's 3-0. Motor City's defense were able to stop the opposing Denver Nightwing offense on 3 plays last time out. We'll see what they're able to do here after a potential return. Trying to go up the middle is Jeremy Mosley as he gets to the 33-yard line. That is where the Nightwings offense will come out to start their 2nd drive of the game.
Yeah, and you start out with a 3 and out, right? And it's not ideal, but you want to come out here, kind of get your quarterback back into a groove. You want to get Struthers back into a rhythm. I like what they did initially to start out, little swing pass out to Bailey O'Shaughnessy. Maybe start something through the air. Get your quarterback a little bit warmed up here. And I like the set here, coming out in bunch.
Technically a pass-heavy formation. Instead, they'll try and run with O'Shaughnessy off the right-hand side. Only a 2-yard pickup as he is stopped by middle linebacker Kappa Jones as we introduce you to the V8 defense. Robert Thump, Doug Howard, and Dakota Punts are the defensive linemen. Inactive here today is Lucas Gilbert, also a defensive end. Ronnie Panani, TJ Harper, Kappa Jones, and King McNeely are the linebackers, with Mark Kaufman, Sammy Seatbelt, and King Rashid at corner. Nicholas Warner and Todd Rigsby are the safeties. As that little dump off goes for a few more yards, that brings up another 3rd down for Denver.
Yeah, Kappa Jones again with another tackle. I mean, starting off pretty hot here. And, you don't want to see this. Another 3rd down set here for Denver, 3rd and 6. But I will say with the 6 yards, the playbook's pretty open.
Others will look to pass again. Middle. It is in and out of the hands of Jeremy Mosley. Ball was jarred free by free safety Todd Rigsby. And it's another 3 and out forced by this stout Motor City defense.
Yeah, Todd Rigsby. I mean, that was textbook coming in from that free safety position, just coming in and just getting at nose on the football and drilling it out of there. I mean, you couldn't ask for much more from a free safety.
And the punt's away from Bradshaw, trying to angle it toward the numbers. And here comes the return. Up the numbers by John Sutherland. Gets up to the 32-yard line, and it was mentioned by a few of our eagle-eyed members in chat. Wait, is Motor City favored? No, Jack Stata currently has the V8s as home dogs here, Mike. They are favored to lose by 10.5 points.
Wow, that That's pretty rare. It's very, very rare to see home dogs.
And with everything going on in the SFL, every single home team this weekend has won. So that's already a good omen already for the V8s, and they find themselves already with a 3-point lead. We'll see if that continues. Kelly was really good on the first drive, trying to find another one over the middle, flipping the field again. Go the V8s! And Phil Koss, as you mentioned atop the show, partner, goes ahead and makes a big play.
Well, we talked about it in pregame. Phil Koss, I mean, he's a veteran, right? Veterans make plays like this. You've got good coverage. Denver doesn't have bad coverage in this situation, but Phil Koss down the seam and just finds an opening, and just, how about the ball from Kelly to put it there? I mean, excellent job by Motor City there. That was a huge play.
Kelly again will look to throw. Looking left side, incomplete. Looking for Cooper, but there's laundry on the field, and it will be defensive PI. It will be 1st and 10 from the Denver 14. Everything's going Motor City's way early on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That was Lucas DeVore just getting a little antsy there from that free safety spot. You know, just a little impeding around a little bit. Now, listen, that flag was a little ticky-tack, right? It could have gone either way, but, you know, better to err on the safe side than sorry, Tyler, because we know, you know, sometimes the fans can get a little riled.
3 wide offset eye behind Kelly. Under 5 to go. Run through the middle. Christopher Dean scampers forward for about 5 yards before being brought down by Melanishin.
Yeah, I like what Motor City's doing so far, Tyler. They're really almost passing to run, right? They're going vertical with this pass game in order to open up the rushing lanes in the middle. It's working good so far.
More or less a West Coast style at the moment type of offense for these V8s. I formation, they will throw. Kelly, middle, caught, Koss to the 1. 1st and goal, Motor City.
Again, Phil Koss coming through, and you can watch him right here from this position, just running like a quick little dig inside. And, you know, you got zone coverage and everything. The middle of the field, a lot of the times, is going to be pretty open. So if you can get inside leverage, you know, against a linebacker, that's money.
Will we see our first touchdown of the ball game? Goal line defense here for Denver. Offset eye behind Kelly. Handoff through the middle. Christopher Dean diving touchdown. Motor City, and it's already a 2-score lead.
Yeah, and just like that, exactly what we were saying. They pass to run. Motor City comes out here with an interesting game plan. So far, it's paying off for them. You see right there, I mean, just excellent job by Christopher Dean, just dropping the shoulder. That's a big man going in there. He gets a little bit of a hold up at the line, but powers his way through, and that's a touchdown, partner.
A very nice touchdown indeed. It's only the 2nd touchdown of the season for Christopher Dean. As snap spot kick is up, and it is good. 10-0 Motor City. They looked at the 10-point spread. They had to try and cover tonight and said, hey, we'll do that in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, and so far they've executed. I mean, there's no complaints for me. Watching the offense for Motor City, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, this is a team that really did their homework this week and came in with a really good game plan against this Denver squad.
Off to the right-hand side, trying to find something out there, and Keel gets up to the 33-yard line. First touchdown, rushing touchdown since August 31st of this year against Minnesota.
Wow.
For Christopher Dean, as you know, on the return, and now Denver in a hole. Now, we talked to begin the show, Mike, just a little bit that both of these teams need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive, and even with the loss, Denver is not yet officially eliminated with a loss. However, if Motor City does lose today, that will make them automatically out of the postseason race, as Struthers looks to pass middle. That's a good jumping catch for Denver and for Dylan Lewis. First down, Nightwings.
Yeah, Dylan Lewis doing a good job there, going up and getting it. In situations like this, you just need one person, one player to come up and make a play. Dylan Lewis does that here for Denver. Moves the chains, right? They've got some momentum now. That first down is out of the way now, and we can kind of move forward from that. Now I think you get into the run game. You try and get some momentum going here with Bailey.
Covered shell shifts a little bit in response to Struthers changing up the play at the line. Pass middle, caught on a good little arrow route, crossing the field. Marquis Sango with the reception in the first.
Yeah, I like the use of Sengo here too. They've got man coverage, right? And they're just running essentially just quick slants here because they know that their guy's going to get inside leverage, and Sengo does that, and Struthers delivers a good pass there.
8th reception on the season now for Sango. Pitch play near side. O'Shaughnessy gets blasted near the 40-yard line. They'll give him about 4 yards. That brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and you can't be mad at that. I mean, it's just staying ahead of the chains, really what you want to do. It's good that they're getting back to the run game. They got to keep these linebackers and the safeties for Motor City honest.
Heavy look now on offense. They try and run to the outside. Off into the races. Dorsey Levens near the first down is denied. And it brings up 3rd and short.
Yeah, we might get a challenge on that one. Oop.
Well, with how good that 2nd down run went, they come out in the same exact formation. Might want to try and dial that play up again. R.E. Mills is now the back.
They do.
In the hard back line. They try and push forward and denied by Rodney Panani, half a yard shy.
Wow. Yeah, Panani coming in and really just laying the lumber there. Really, really good job by Panani. Oh, now they're challenging.
It's a close one. That one was probably a little bit closer than the last time around, and so Jeremy Vega throws the challenge flag, and so we will take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com as we go under the hood. Wherever that ball crosses that imaginary yellow line, some players say they can see it. I don't think R.E. Mills. Oh, that's a close one. Panani might have just got there in time.
Yeah, I think he just got it, but that one it might not be enough to overturn.
And indeed, Panani was there in the nick of time, mere millimeters away from a first down. And so the challenge goes for not 3rd and inches. Mike, what are you dialing up here?
I mean, I would stay on the field, but that's what they're going to go with a 49-yarder. I mean, hey, have trust in your kicker. Why not get the kicker started off hot? You know what I mean?
Jordan Bradshaw takes the field, snap spot, kick is up, and it is wide left. It just floated off to the left-hand side, and so that's now Bradshaw's 3rd miss on the season, and it remains a 10-0 ball game in favor of Motor City.
Yeah, that's rough. Just got a little too much leg pushing it to the left, and yeah, that's a tough one for Bradshaw. That would have been his long so far. Right now, his long's 44, but man, that's a tough one. If you're Denver, just come out, reset, you know what I mean? Have the mind of a goldfish and come out here and play defense.
Kelly is 4 for 4 to begin the game, and that's really set up this run as Dean off to the left-hand side and a gain of 15 to begin the drive.
Yeah, that's lethal, Tyler. That is lethal. If Christopher Dean gets going like this and keeps going like this, it's only going to make that vertical pass game even worse. I mean, the linebackers for Denver and the safeties for Denver have to be on high alert. You got to go high alert on these running backs. You got to shut down the run. You got to force them into passing situations, not let them choose to.
Now from the 46-yard line of Denver, already again on Denver's side of midfield. And that little run up the middle going nowhere. Coffin maybe a gain of 2 before the linebackers collapsed in around him.
Yeah, it's a little bit better there from the defense for Denver. You gotta calm it down. Right now, you're down 10 points, right, in the first quarter. You don't want to go down 17. You gotta change something here defensively.
High formation, one true wide receiver out in formation. Run, Dean, left side. Another 3 yards here for Motor City, and that brings up 3rd and medium.
And this is a crucial part of this game so far, Tyler. This 3rd down right here, this could be huge. The difference of them converting this and not converting this can be a really, really big factor in this game.
Kelly to throw, pressure coming, and he is eaten alive in the backfield by TJ Harper. Reynosa, excuse me, with the sack, and that'll bring a close to this first quarter again on Reynosa's sack.
Hugo Reynosa just goes untouched on that. Untouched around the left tackle and just gets to the quarterback. Unbelievable job.
Again, into the first quarter, 10-0 in favor of the Motor City V8s as they will look to punt coming out of the quarter break. Welcome back to Bank Michigan Stadium. I'm Tyler Falk, joined in the booth by Mike O'Neill. And a special shout out to Damon Simeon and Top Keeper in the stats truck. And of course, a special thanks to our SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine, who's back producing as he does every single SFL game for its entire history. As that one barely is going to get out of the back of the end zone. A Superman attempt to try and save the punt from Michael Green.
Yeah, the effort's good. That's what you want from special teams players, right? You want that effort. You want them diving and you know, you don't stop running until the whistle's blown.
So it's a major victory for Denver's defenses. That's the first time they were able to stop the V8 offense on downs here tonight. Now we'll see what their offense can dial up. So far, only a missed field goal is what they have to show for their efforts. As that pass down the numbers intended for Logan Keel goes just a bit too far over his outstretched arms.
Yeah, I like the idea, go for a shot on first down, but I think it's a little bit more important right now to get Bailey O'Shaughnessy heated up, right? Bailey O'Shaughnessy is the lifeblood of this offense. You got to get Bailey heated up.
Only 8 yards on 3 attempts for O'Shaughnessy to this point. Blitz coming. Struthers, middle, picked! Johnny on the spot was Nicholas Warner, and the V8s have it again in plus territory. They're living on Denver's side of midfield at this point.
Yeah, Nicholas Warner playing trail technique right now, and that's an underthrown ball, trying to get it to 87 over there, Dylan Lewis. And that is an underthrown ball. When you got a defender playing in trail technique there in man coverage and you underthrow the ball, that's dangerous territory. And yeah, Motor City, don't look now, but they're knocking on the door again, Tyler.
Kelly looks to throw right side and incomplete. Kelly's first incompletion of the game was intended to Phil Koss, who 2 drives ago led them all the way down the field for their first score of the game.
Yeah, it was good pass coverage there from John Martin. We talk about those linebackers in the run game, but in the pass game, doing a really good job as well.
Very wide, split backfield here for the V8s. They try and run up the middle. That one going for maybe a yard. And it brings up 3rd and long.
Again, this would be a huge stop for Denver, right? You got to get the ball back, and you got to do something with it. You have to convert, or you have to prevent them from converting here on this 3rd and long. You got to force them into a field goal or punt situation.
King Alexander, the man in motion, has John Martin for company on Denver's side of the field. There's a blitz coming, 5-man rush. Kelly rolling, firing, middle, incomplete. Intended for Johan Sutherland. Excellent coverage from Lucas Devore, and that will force a more than likely punt out of the V8s.
Yeah, Lucas Devore kind of making up for that pass interference that he gave up earlier, doing a really good job and forcing them to punt. Again, really big thing. When you want to talk about important stats, points off of turnovers is one of the most important stats in winning football games. And if you can eliminate that entirely, that's a huge thing. So not allowing Motor City to score off that turnover there is huge for Denver.
No fair catch called for. And so hauling it in at the 7-yard line was Logan Keel. And now Denver's backed all the way up inside their own 10-yard line to begin this drive.
They split that line. You got to go up the middle.
They'll try to with O'Shaughnessy in that hole, which was there for a moment. Kappa Jones closes the door after a 4-yard gain from Bailey O.
Yeah, Kappa Jones has 71 tackles on the season. Just been elite at the linebacker position for Motor City.
Another heavy look. Here for the Nightwings.
They go outside and they can get containment on the outside. A seal block could be a really, really good look for Denver.
Good little out route from Chris Alter maybe, but instead they try and go fullback, and Ari Mills is going to go nowhere. Maybe losing a yard on the play or two, and it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that was tough. They had some good looks at the line, you know, they had the flats pretty wide open. Elected to go up the middle. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 8.
Passing formation here with 4 wide receivers. Struthers over the middle, incomplete, looking for Dylan Lewis, but this Motor City defense forcing another incompletion out of Struthers.
Yeah, Sammy Seatbelt said, "No thanks, no thanks. We're gonna keep you to a 4th and 8. Appreciate the effort though."
Well, Bradshaw will be backed up on the Motor City end zone logo to punt this one away. And the punt is away, as another Motor City drive will start from Denver territory at the Denver 40. The SFL convention is headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. Galloway looking for a quick pass over the middle, and wide open was his receiver, Terrell Cooper.
Yeah, Terrell Cooper has done a great job this season. You can see him on this route here, just getting open really just on a dig. You know, watch him hitting him directly on that cut. As soon as he makes his break, that's a really good throw by Kelly. Great job. Terrell Cooper, again, 630 yards on the season coming in this game, 35 receptions. You know, he's averaging 18 yards per reception, essentially. Really, really good season so far.
Both in his total yards and his average yards are ranked 12th in the league, as the run from Christopher Dean trying to go up the middle, gained 6 yards before he's brought down. And that's the thing that Kelly's been able to rely on since coming in his debut here today, Mike, is the reliability of these underrated wide receivers.
Yeah, I think you said it best.
Two tight ends, right eye formation behind Kelly. Hand off, right side. Trying to break through the John Martin tackle was Shane Kaufman, and he nearly got the first down.
Yeah, that was a close one. But 3rd and inches, the way this running game's been going, I don't think there's any panic. You just run it up the middle. I'd hand it to Dean right up the gut and pick up that first down.
And we're trying to squash the box. 8 defenders in there, and Dean. Oh, Martin's there with the tackle, but Dean gets the first down, they'll say, at the moment. And here comes the challenge flag. Second challenge of the night from Jeremy Vega, and he was wrong the first time. We'll see if he's right this time as we go under the hood for the second time and take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com.
I think he got it.
Another 3rd and inches challenge that, I don't know.
Oh, that's so close. It was in his left arm.
He was wrong the first time, was Vega. Is he right the second time?
Oh, man.
He is correct. Denver gets one to go their way, and it's 4th and inches for Motor City.
I'm going for it if I'm Motor City. I'm listen, maybe aggressive natured, but, you know.
Right now, it looks like English T is out there. Try and knock home his second field goal of the game. This one from 35. He hit one from 36 early in the first quarter. Snap spot kick is up. It drifted left, but it sneaks in. And it's a 13-point run for Motor City to begin the game as they hold Denver scoreless.
Yeah, and look, if you're a Denver fan, it could be easy to kind of get a little deflated here, but let's remember this is still a 2-score game, Tyler. This is still a 2-score game. I mean, 2 good drives from Denver could come back and take the lead. So you can't get too ahead of yourselves. Motor City right now seems to be controlling in all phases. Denver can change that with one drive.
Mosley trying to find something working off the left-hand side. Gets up to the 32. Now, the unfortunate thing for Denver is their offense. They've had offensive struggles all season long. In all games up to this point, all 9 of their games here, Mike, only 3 times have they been able to score 20 or more points, and only 2 of those were in wins.
Yeah, that's rough. This is a hard league to score in, no doubt, but you got to figure something out.
Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers. Here for Struthers. Trips now to his right-hand side. Safety blitz coming. Pass underneath, caught Mosley. Turning upfield, got a block. And he barrels through Todd Rigsby for a first down. Good little play. Good little run after catch here for Mosley.
Yeah, I love the physicality. You see him getting bumped at the line and kind of does a little bit of hand checking, fights that tackle off and continues to run and pick up the first down. I mean, those are the kind of players you want on your team, and really good job by Mosley finding that spot, picking up the first down.
Bunch off to Struthers' left, hand off O'Shaughnessy, nothing doing. Sam Cowart in on the tackle for Motor City. It's up second down. Struthers again will look to throw. Pressure coming. Sacked. And the ball's loose, and jumping on it is one of the linemen. Marcella Martin there to scoop up Struthers' blushes. And it brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, Motor City did a good job. You see, I didn't get a look at, I think it was 62 who came in and got a hand on it, but unbelievable job nonetheless by this Motor City defense, forcing not necessarily a turnover, but now a 3rd and 24. That's a hard hole to climb out of.
Doug Howard with the sack. Bumba goes back to Motor City, or to Denver, excuse me, and wisely they'll just play a little bit conservative if you're not willing to try and risk a deep pass. And some people might not like it, but when you're down and you don't want to give the other team any more momentum, sometimes just playing it safe is the best way to go.
Well, yeah, and you got to look at it too at the field position game. You got to play the field position game, because the last thing you want to do is try and force a throw downfield to pick up that first down and throw an interception. It's like, you're almost guaranteed that they're going to be starting a drive on their side of the field for once this game with a punt. So you're not wrong. Playing it conservative isn't a bad thought.
Before this drive, the last 5 combined drives started on Denver's side of the 50-yard line. Just some impressive stuff from this this Motor City defense, that's been able to really control the game. And their offense like this, Dean been getting solid yards, another 5-yard pickup here to begin this drive.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because you're looking at this roster, Motor City, and for whatever reason, Denver seems to not be putting any pressure on the A-gaps. They're putting all of their pressure from the outside. If you see that, they're leaving the A-gaps wide open, and I mean, the middle of between the tackles is wide open. You see it right there.
Just like that, Kaufman through the middle, 4 more yards, and these 3rd and shorts here for Denver tonight have been pretty well executed. Unfortunately, neither team, partner, has been able to convert a 3rd down tonight.
Kudos to the defenses.
We'll see if it'll be the first time in 10 attempts. Dean, no, sir. A bone-shattering hit from Luis Quintana. Like you said, partner, the run game for Motor City needs to be contained, and Quintana did it best.
Yeah, that was excellent. I mean, he shot the gap so quick. Just a hard-hitting linebacker, and really good job there. Now let's talk about the momentum that this gives Denver back after that 3rd and long that was crucial. Now they're getting the ball back, and that's got to be a good, uplifting feeling for the sideline. You're still only 2 scores down.
It's now a combined 0 of 10.
Wow.
By these 2 offenses on 3rd down tonight. And my guess is whoever converts the first 3rd down might be on their way to either running away with it if you're the V8s or crawling back into it if you're the Nightwings.
Absolutely.
Handoffs up the middle. O'Shaughnessy. Nothing. Just suffocating is this V8 Russian defense.
Yeah, and I got to say, coming into this, I didn't realize how much, like how aggressive this Motor City this front 7 is for Motor City, and they're really stout at playing the run.
Looking over the middle, hit as he throws. The pressure from this Motor City defense is just too strong for Struthers.
Yeah, I think that I would say the flames on the helmets are pretty fitting, the way that defensive end looped around there and got into Struthers' face. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Usually when we talk about speed, we're talking about wide receivers burning corners, but right now this defense has just been firing on all cylinders to the backfield. That pass, maybe a little bit out of sync, out of rhythm, incomplete. Another 3rd down attempt goes for naught.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's impressive. I got to be honest with you, this Motor City defense really, really impressing me this first half. I mean, they look really stout. Not only are they playing the pass game really well, but they've contained Bailey O'Shaughnessy to very, very, very minimal, to the point to where Denver's not even looking Bailey O'Shaughnessy's way.
Here's the thing here, Mike. Denver only has 1 positive rushing yard. And there you see it right there, just to hammer home my point. Motor City has been in firm control here today.
Yeah.
1st and 10 here to begin this drive.
These corners are playing so far off.
Because they're trying to expect a run, and Dean goes nowhere. In fact, is going to lose a yard as the linebackers just try and clothesline him as he tried to get through the A-gap.
Yeah, that was really, really good job from the linebackers. One of the few tackles for loss we've seen against Motor City tonight.
Kelly look to throw right side, incomplete, just a hair too high for Terrell Cooper.
Interesting to see what they dial up here on 3rd and 11. Kelly's thrown some really good balls tonight. He's thrown some really, really accurate footballs tonight, and quads look, dime coverage. Got 2 safeties back deep.
It's coming. Kelly can't escape the pressure. John Martin with the sack, and now both teams are 0 for 6 on 3rd down.
Wow. Holy cow, John Martin, look at him work. Watch him work the left tackle and get inside, just the swim move and get to the quarterback. Excellent job.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning as the V8s will punt. They're up by 13. As we welcome you back to Bank Michigan Stadium. Bank Michigan is your locally owned and managed community bank, serving the great people of the Great Lakes State with custom tailor-made deposit and loan packages since 1907. Stop by one of our offices or visit us online at bankmichigan.bank. Bank Michigan, better thinking banking. Logan Keel gets up to the 28-yard line, and maybe the 2-minute offense is where Denver tries to kick it into high gear, and maybe this sparks a different type of offense that we've seen so far, because right now it's not been working to this point.
Yeah, I definitely think the 2-minute offense could give them a little bit of a momentum push here if they can get a couple guys to make plays.
Yes, trying to look up the seam for Keel and unable to find him. Incomplete.
It's the little things. It's the little things, Tyler. That was perfect play call from Denver. You had one-on-one coverage with Logan Keel. You got him to you get him to run a slant. He's got inside leverage, and Motor City just clamped it. I mean, that's the difference in tonight so far.
2nd and 10. It'll be a run from O'Shaughnessy, who cannot escape the tackle from Jones. And again, we'll see a 3rd and long.
Whew. You don't want to be in this situation if you're Denver, and you can hear the crowd now, Tyler. I can only imagine what it's like down on the field.
Bank Michigan getting loud. Struthers middle, one-handed snag for Dylan Lewis for our first 3rd down conversion of the game. And that already is our nice hands catch of the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K 23 as Denver go into the hurry-up.
Wow, Dylan Lewis, excellent job there.
Brothers, 1st down for Mosley to near the 45-yard line. They cross midfield finally tonight.
And it seems like something's kind of waking up here with this Denver offense. Now you want to watch, and it's going to be interesting because what are Motor City going to dial up against this? Are they going to bring pressure? Are they going to leave some coverage exposed on the back end?
Only the 2nd time they've been able to get across midfield. Last time, they missed a field goal. Play action, Struthers. Sets and fires middle. Mosley inside the 30-yard line. Clock winding down as they'll call their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. They called a play action boot, essentially, and rolls around, and you got Mosley on the post, and just an excellent throw there by Struthers. And, oh, man, they are clicking with some things now, and this Motor City defense has got to react. They can't be caught on their heels.
That's what they are right now as Struthers looks to throw again. Looking side, Mosley open again. 3rd straight completion. He has been a jackknife through this Motor City defense at the moment. Another play action. Rolling is Struthers. Firing is Struthers. Back in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Denver Nightwings! Marquis Sango! And Denver are finally on the board.
Wow, what an excellent play. Watch this. They try and bump Mosley on the outside, and look at Marquis Sango. He's one-on-one in the back of the end zone. Everybody's looking at Mosley, and Marquis Sango essentially gets one-on-one in the back of the end zone. That's a big tight end. They find him. Struthers finds him in the back of the end zone, and excellent play call. Excellent drive from Denver. They needed something. They just got more yards on that one drive than they have this entire game.
6th straight completion. We have yet to see the touchdown go up there, but there it is. That's 5 straight completions now for Struthers, finding Sango for his 2nd touchdown of the season and career. It's been a very welcome change of pace for Sango as he comes from Tulsa, now Lexington, in the offseason, gets 2 touchdowns from Struthers this season, and that one to get him right back in this game as the man who has the same number as points as Motor City. Johan Sutherland gets the return up to the 29-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts and about half a minute to go.
Yeah, and I think that you called it exactly what you said, right? You asked if the 2-minute offense was going to be the thing that kind of ignites the offense, and that's exactly what it did. Now let's see what Motor City can do. You got 30 seconds. Look, I'm not saying, go out and chuck it downfield a ton, but if you can get a couple opportunities and get in field goal range, it doesn't hurt.
2 wideouts. 2 tight ends, 1 tailback. Here for Josh Kelly. Rolling near side. Fires across his body. Off the backside of Mihara. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, if I was his coach, I would never want to see that. I would throw that play out of the playbook. I would burn it, light it on fire, throw it in the dumpster, do whatever you can to get rid of that. Never throw that ball again because that was a pick 6 waiting to happen.
Or at least look more upfield. If Denver was playing more of a hard flat out there, you're right, partner. We're talking pick 6, and we're talking maybe a Denver lead. Now it's 2nd and 10. Similar formation. They'll try and run out the rest of this clock. They'll hand off to Kaufman, the former wideout. It's a couple yards, and I think the Motor City coaching staff have elected to just go to half with the lead.
Yeah. Why not? You played a great half, right? Your team played a physical half. You guys dominated outside of the 2-minute mark, essentially, and, take it into the half and regroup.
That's right, nearly into coverage. That one is caught by Sutherland as time expires. And that will get us to the horn. It is a 13-7 ball game in favor of the Motor City V8s. But the last drive for Denver, all 5 of those passes were over 13 yards, ending with a Sango touchdown to get Denver back into the ball game, Mike. And we are in for a very wild, wacky, and fun second half.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, let's talk about Motor City first. They came out, they dominated. Kelly has looked really poised for the most part with a lot of the throws he's been making. I mean, he's really dropped some dimes in there, but the run game has been pretty good, and they've controlled the line of scrimmage. I think that's the big thing. They've controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides. For Denver, look, find a little bit of that juice that you took in that 2-minute offense. Maybe go to a pass-first approach in order to try and open up some lanes for Bailey O'Shaughnessy. I think that's the game plan if you're Denver on the sidelines here coming out into the second half. You got to get Bailey O'Shaughnessy involved somehow.
And we'll take a break, presented by Brakes GPT, and we'll be right back for the second half.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Breaking into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed, authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, brakesgpt.com. As the V8s will get the ball first time, Tyler Falk, alongside Mike O'Neill here in the broadcast booth, joined in the stats truck by Damon Simeon and Top Kiefer. And of course, Cameron Irvine is our producer. Welcome back to Bank of Michigan Stadium. 13-7 our ball game. Here's the V8s. Look to try and close this one out. Meanwhile, over in Louisiana, Bossier City down by 3. It's 10-3. End of the third quarter as Christopher Dean with a beautiful run to begin the second half gets a first down.
Yeah, I love the play call. You get Christopher Dean one-on-one, and look at the linebacker having to come from across the other side, essentially, and it's just a race to the sideline, and running back's going to win that 9 out of 10 times.
It's an important game for both Fort Worth and Bossier City. Meanwhile, Bossier City needs a win to really control their playoff hopes. Meanwhile, Fort Worth, a win could see them possibly with a very good chance of solidifying their postseason push over in that game. A very good Tex-Mex division rivalry there. Meanwhile, 3-yard rush here brings up 2nd and 7 here for the V8s as they come out with another heavy set, and Denver trying to stack the box again. Run, Dean, right side, is taken down by Melanishin after a couple.
Yeah, Melanishin's been pretty quiet for a really good player in this league. He's having a great season with 7 passes defense, 15th in the league, and he's got 4 interceptions, which is top 10 in the league. But we haven't really heard his name much tonight, Tyler.
See if that changes here as Denver again shuffling around the defense, now playing press on the outside. Here they come. They send the house, and they'll get to Phil Koss. Down the numbers. No one in the next country mile. He's all alone in his own zip code in the end zone. Touchdown, Motor City. It's a late hit on the quarterback, roughing the passer. It won't matter. Motor City retake a 12-point lead for the moment.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, you know. Look, I guess I get it. You know, Denver just tries to come out and bring the house, but it's really rough. Good job by Motor City capitalizing on that, and Phil Koss just like that, over 100 yards.
Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. It's now 20-7 in favor of the V8s as Phil Koss hauls in team second. Touchdown number 3 on the season. And Motor City start the half out of the tunnel with a touchdown. Now we'll see what their defense can do as Denver gets set to work here on offense after this return here from Mosley as he goes right into the teeth of the kicking unit and will only get up to the 32.
So again, looking at this, if you're Denver, you come out here. I think you go back to the passing game, right, and try and get Bailey O'Shaughnessy involved somehow. You got to figure something out, because I'll tell you what, if number 30 doesn't get involved for Denver, it's going to be a long, long night.
We're able to get a score the last 2 minutes of the first half. Now they're going to have to try and find a score in this second half. They have to find at least 2 scores. 4-man rush. Struthers, middle, nearly intercepted by Panani. He has been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, Panani's had a great game tonight, and these linebackers really have done a great job disrupting the passing lanes, and that's really tough. Struthers, he knows better. You know, you got to put a little bit of air on that. You got to get some air underneath that if you're going to try and fit that into those tight windows.
Second deflection of the game for Panani. And how dangerous these receivers can be for Denver. Wise to keep him under wraps, and Panani's doing a good job from his outside linebacker spot. Struthers, dump off. O'Shaughnessy trying to find a block. Gets one. Gets another one. Crossing midfield. He broke off another tackle, but is finally shoved backward by Warner. It's 1st and 10 across midfield.
And just like that, that's exactly what you need to do. Get O'Shaughnessy involved. Look at the block, first of all, on the outside by 87. Watch the miss. I mean, that's 1 player missed, right? Nearly 2 players missed. It takes 3 players to bring down Bailey O'Shaughnessy. This is why he is such a value to this Denver organization. You got to get him involved. Feed O'Shaughnessy the rock.
He's just been bottled up in the run game. It's good to see him get involved a little bit in the passing game to show us what he can do in space. Struthers, middle. Looking for Lewis, incomplete. He did a very nice pirouette to try and haul that ball in.
Yeah, he's looking for Lewis. Just couldn't quite get him. And again, the linebackers from Motor City really have been so good in coverage tonight.
Second and 10, have yet to see consistent running from O'Shaughnessy, and that just tells you why. He tried to find a hole, was quickly closed up. The line trying to block for him, got in front of him, and it allows Kappa Jones to come in and take him down behind the line.
Well, I'll tell you what, this defensive line for Motor City's no joke. They've been winning the line of scrimmage tonight.
The action Struthers has to launch this one. Right side, off the fingertips of Jeremy Mosley, and Struthers he's beside himself at the moment. Under 50% completion percentage, and just 1 touchdown, 1 interception tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Can't come up with that. A punt is, it's a little rough here, right? Because you wanted some momentum coming out of the half, but you're just going to have to reset and play some defense.
Denver needed the punt to go their way, and instead it goes into the end zone down for a touchback. And right now, Motor City, well, they're definitely covering the 10.5-point spread. I think that deserves a like, because I don't think we have enough likes on this video so far. So smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. And Christopher Dean trying to find his way around. Great breaking of tackles. He's got another 15+ yards, making a total of 16. And Christopher Dean is loving home cooking here in Detroit.
Yeah, home cooking is right. I mean, watch him bounce his way out to the outside, break a tackle, and then hit the sideline. Not necessarily known for his speed, but has enough to get to the sideline and pick up some good yardage. I mean, really good job there by Christopher Dean.
He'll take a much-deserved break as Shane Kaufman comes onto the field. Another press coverage look out at Denver. Again, they try and send the house, and this time they guess right on the run. Kaufman taken down after only a gain of 1.
Yeah, they got lucky there. Again, they sent the house, and luckily it was a run, and we'll see.
Parker Thomas in on the stop there as Kelly Comes out with split backs on either side of him, has to get rid of it quickly, and that extra pressure, forcing the quick throw, caught King Alexander off guard and complete.
Yeah, that's it. That you nailed it. That pressure right there was really what made him have to get rid of the ball, and the route wasn't developed yet. He tried to get it across the middle and just couldn't connect there, forcing a 3rd and 9.
Bunch formation here for Kelly under center. Needs 9 yards. Pressure from off the edge, pass middle, nearly intercepted by Stephon Forge. Intended pass for Phil Koss. And Denver will force a punt.
Yeah, that's really big for the Nightwings here. Forcing a punt there, getting the ball back after you had a really explosive start to the drive in the second half, and then it kind of withered out. So now you're getting the ball back. You get a chance to bring this back to a 1-score game. Denver's got to find a little bit of that magic that they found within 2 minutes.
Only a short return from Kiel with just over 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. And it's been and we could go on and on, it's been a rough night besides that 2-minute drill drive, and still only 1 3rd down conversion on 8 attempts has really been the catalyst for them struggling and not really being able to find their way down the field.
Well, this formation's been pretty good for them. We'll see how this 1st down looks.
Empty with 4 wide. 4-man rush, Struthers. Panani is there in the passing lane. Another deflection.
Yeah, that was huge. He had Dylan Lewis wide open. Struthers had Dylan Lewis open there, and Panani just jumped up about 6 feet in the air to disrupt that in the passing lane, and that is really, really good.
I'll tell you what, Mike, they do that play again. Panani's going to come away with an interception here tonight.
Yeah, I would believe it.
Struthers will look to throw, and it's caught. Mosley on the run, inside the hash marks.
Look at 87.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Denver Nightwings! And just like that, Denver strike back.
Holy cow, Tyler. How about Jeremy Mosley? First of all, on the reception, let's not take credit away from that, all right? Jeremy Mosley runs this essentially just a fly route, but look at 87. Look at his partner, Dylan Lewis, picking up the block there and sealing that off and giving Jeremy Mosley a lane to the end zone. That is what you call teamwork there, and that's what the Nightwings needed. That is unbelievable.
The longest play of the game, a 68-yard passing touchdown from Struthers to Mosley, and Denver are right back within a score. Extra point is up and good. Kudos to our statisticians, Damon Simeon and Top Keeper, for bringing us that stat line. And I said it was going to be a wild and crazy second half, and we got 2 scores in the space of 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And look, if you're looking at this, right now it feels like you've got the slow and paced, it's like a boxing match. And Motor City right now is a slow-paced boxer that's, accurate, that's firing a bunch of good hits, right? And it's landing a bunch of good quality hits. But then you got Denver, who's like the juggernaut that's landing 1 or 2 just massive hits that are really putting numbers up, or really putting some damage up on this Motor City defense. And it's pretty crazy right now. I mean, we got a 6-point ball game, Tyler.
How do the V8s respond? They went 3 and out on the last drive after scoring on the opening drive. And that man right there, Christopher Dean, another good, solid run on 1st down.
He has been so impressive tonight, hasn't he? I mean, really talking about making, coming up, getting called up as far as, the starting quarterbacks out. The run game's going to have to be good, and Christopher Dean has really been there.
This half, his first 3 carries to begin the drive, 10 yards, 16 yards, now 7 yards, and it's this 1-2 punch as Shane Kaufman picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, it's been really, really good. I mean, this Motor City run game has really impressed me tonight. I mean, it's really stretching the field vertically for them. Like, they've got some really good north to south runners, and just, it really is looking really good for Motor City.
That's off the edge, floater, Mihara hauls it in. They'll say a half-yard shy, but great tenacity. All the lumbering Mihara able to hold that one in.
Yeah, I love what Motor City's doing. They're recognizing a lot of man coverage, and they're they're running routes that do well against man coverage, like slants and drags and things like that. And Kelly's putting the ball in a good place.
Run near side. Dean will pick up the first down. Martin not there in time to bring him down before then.
He's got to be one of the best I've watched as far as recorrecting, right? Being patient and following the open lanes, because we've seen a couple runs tonight, Tyler, where he's had to completely redirect in order to find open lanes.
Averaging over 4.5 yards a carry, getting closer and closer to the 100-yard mark. And it's been a very balanced effort, because when Dean comes off, that man there, Kaufman, comes on, and he's able to pick up, again, more than 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, which opens up the passing game, especially whenever you've got production out of your tight ends like Azami Mahada and Phil Cause.
Dean. This time he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Forge is there with the stop, and that brings up a third down for the V8s.
3rd and 4 is bread and butter for Motor City, given their personnel.
Well, right now, it hopefully is, because they've only converted on 1 third down of the 9 tonight. It's been the story of the game. These teams cannot convert on 3rd down. Delayed handoff, and then that's the antithesis right there. Quintana on the stop. 1 of 10 on 3rd down on the V8s, and they will punt.
That is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It's so crazy how they're able to run the same formations and everything 1st and 2nd down, but as soon as it hits 3rd down and short, it's like, nope, Denver's shutting it down. Good job by the Nightwings.
Punt is away. Fair catch called for inside the 15, officially at the 12. Here for Logan Keel, it was a 68-yard passing touchdown to Jeremy Mosley, which got him back to within 6. Now they could have to put together another drive. We were wondering whether or not it was just going to be 2-minute blitzes here for Denver, but if they can come out with another bang-bang play like that, they won't need even 2 minutes. Pitch play, O'Shaughnessy breaks 1, can't break the tackle from Panani. Though he's not showing up too much in the tackling department, he shows up there, but he has been a cornerstone of that defense tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Sideline to sideline. I mean, if you're the coaching staff, you cannot ask for anything more than Panani's given you.
Robert Thumb is smiling to himself there on the sideline, head coach of Motor City V8s. And that run, this time for Dorsey Levens. Maybe a yard on the play. This Motor City V8s really cracking down on the opposing team's run game. Now here comes another 3rd down. And just like Motor City, they're struggling too. 1 of 8.
They got 3 deep.
Others with time. Looking middle, and Mosley can't haul in the spectacular. Ball's incomplete. Mark Kaufman and Panani in on coverage. And Denver will punt.
Yeah, that was the right call defensively from Motor City. They played a 3 deep. They had a corner and 2 safeties back deep, essentially just playing a really deep zone. And great job there, because whenever Denver's shown to be able to attack so well in the passing game like they have, you got to be able to respect it.
Oof. A monster hit on Johan Sutherland. And Motor City start this next drive on the 48-yard line with 2:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Things have they spark in an engine, right? You have spark plugs that create sparks for the engine to go, but these offenses have been very sparky. We see a good offensive drive, and then we see nothing. They have some rusted spark plugs on both offense at the moment as Dean picks up 6.
There's that redirecting again. I mean, look at the team stats here, Tyler. How about that?
Again, Denver have no rushing yards in this second half to this point, partner. It's been all passing to try and get back in this one.
Yeah, this Motor City defense has been lights out. Let's see what their offense can do here on the 2nd and 4.
Try and run to the direction of the tight ends. Kaufman will pick up the first down. That's itty gritty, but they'll give it to him. No challenge this time from Denver, and so the play stands.
Uh-oh.
1st and 10, blitz coming, Dean. Maybe gains 3 as the blitz again called at the right time.
Yeah, again, really lucky they called that blitz at the right time against the run. Didn't, allowed 3 still, but it's better than the alternative.
And off middle, Hoffman stood up by Forge after a short gain and another 3rd down upcoming for this Motor City offense. Can they crack the code and continue this drive?
Oh, this is a good look for them. If they go run to the bottom of the screen, it's a great look.
Instead, they will pass. Kelly does look near side. Caught by Mihata, but he's a yard shy. 4th and 1 from the 32.
Yeah, that's one of the situations where you hope to have somebody a little bit more agile. I mean, listen, Mihata's a great receiver, but not the most agile. That's a big fella, right? Like that's you want somebody a little bit more shiftier on that outside, running that out route. But unfortunate that Motor City has to punt, but kudos to Denver's defense.
So, Maynard tries to angle it near side, but it's just going to go high. Takes an incredible bounce for Maynard in the V8s, and they will down it inside the 10. Incredible punt from Maynard to bring this quarter to a close. It's the Motor City V8s 20, Denver Nightwings 14 as we stand by for league rights.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
4th quarter from Detroit, Michigan and Bank, Michigan Stadium. I'm Tyler Falk, joined in the booth by Mike O'Neill for the conclusion here from this one. And this Week 12 matchup is O'Shaughnessy, just like all game long, has been denied. They don't get a yard. They double their team total yards in rushing with that run.
Oh. Yeah, Motor City's been playing the rushing lanes so well.
Another run. This one will tack on another 2 yards. It brings up 3rd down, the enemy for both of these teams here today.
Now 3rd and 7, you're backed up essentially inside your own 10. This is a really, really big play for Denver.
Struthers with 4 wide, play action and rolling from his 1 yard line, has to get rid of it and does. It is caught by Mosley, falling backward near the 35-yard line.
Wow, what a play. Jeremy Mosley again putting on a clinic tonight. Gene Struthers runs the play action boot. Jeremy Mosley looks like he goes out on a corner route there and just really good ball placement. Catches it falling down. I mean, you see it right there. 153 receiving yards. Obviously that big play earlier helps, but nonetheless, great job tonight so far.
28-yard reception for the first 3rd down conversion of this second half for Denver as Levens picks up 6.
And interesting how that works. You go big pass and then suddenly the run game opens up a little bit. You get a couple more yards than you're used to. They just got more yards on that one run than they've had all game.
Struthers with a blitz coming. He finds Ari Mills on the outside, tries to put a stiff arm for extra yards on Kappa Jones. He'll get a 1st down and a couple more yards.
See, and all of this happens because of one big explosive play. Suddenly the playbook opens up, right? So it's just about getting over that hump and getting that first big play.
Now from the midfield logo. Run. O'Shaughnessy again caught by Kappa Jones behind the line. It just seems like O'Shaughnessy is unable to get outside the tackles because of the great defensive ends that Motor City has.
Yeah, and it doesn't help when your left tackle, Ian Allen's getting blown up by TJ Harper and really not getting any push forward. I mean, again, Motor City's been winning this off of this line of scrimmage.
Struthers middle picked off. Kappa Jones was right in front of the receiver. An ill-advised throw. 2nd pick of the game for Struthers.
Yeah, and it looked like Gene Struthers had some pressure here. Kappa Jones as a linebacker, right? I mean, that was covered. He was blanketed looking for Sango and Kappa Jones. I mean, you want to talk about a tackling machine. How about in the pass coverage game? I mean, way to get an interception there. We talked about Panani possibly getting one, but Kappa Jones stepped up to the occasion.
Just when we thought Denver was marching down the field to try and get back closer, instead, a very timely interception for Motor City sees them take over, and unfortunately for Dean, he's unable to go anywhere to begin the drive.
And it's getting physical here, Tyler. In the fourth quarter, both of these teams need a win desperately. And look how far off these corners are playing. Whew.
They're expecting a run. No flinching from the Denver defense as Kelly sends a man in motion. Deep pass incoming.
Oh, good play call.
Right side for Coppin, the former wideout. Tries to shake and bake and gains 7 yards.
Yeah, that was an excellent play call. I mean, you see the corners playing 12 yards off. Anytime you got them playing that far off, chuck it, just swing it out to your running back. It used to be a wide receiver, and watch what he does out in space. That's exactly what they did there. It's great call by Motor City.
3rd and 3. Kelly again will look to pass. Rolling, firing middle. Incomplete. Airmailed that one. And the V8s will punt again.
Yeah, and that was a backup quarterback throw, Tyler. That was a backup quarterback throw, Joe, in the true colors. You see the talent difference, right? You had Motor City has their starting quarterback in there. I guarantee he makes that throw.
So here comes Brad Maynard, who had an excellent punt. The end of the 3rd quarter. This one, another good one. As here comes Keel on the return. And he will get all the way up to the 31-yard line. Join Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green for another edition of SFL This Week at 7:15 p.m. Eastern before the Houston Headhunters fight for their season against the 7-2 Mexico City Aztecs in the 21st meeting of rivals on this week's Monday Night Spectacular. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern right here on SFL YouTube. Crucial drive here for Denver in the late going. 6:22 to go in regulation. They need a touchdown to at least tie. Looking left side, and this time it's deflected, looking for Mosley. Excellent coverage from the V8 corner.
Yeah, it was really good. That was King Rashid in coverage and man coverage one-on-one with him. Really good job shutting that down. Mosley's been dangerous all night tonight, but King Rashid held up to the task.
Now, we were talking about Luis Quintana earlier, Defensive Rookie of the Year of Season 21. King Rashid, Defensive Rookie of the Season in Season 18. That pass again intended for Mosley, again incomplete. This time, Sammy Seatbelt in coverage.
Yeah, it's they got a good tandem back there as far as their cornerbacks go and their defensive backs. I mean, Motor City really has impressed me on the defensive side of the ball tonight.
Giving Struthers fits. And right now, he has to find some composure because they need to convert on 3rd and long. Struthers middle into triple coverage complete. First down. Wow, how did Struthers fit it in to Dylan Lewis?
I do not understand how that catch was made. I mean, he's just running a post route. You see 3 defenders there. He does have a little bit of a step on Mark Kaufman, but not enough to be able to throw that ball. That was just Gene Struthers trusting in his guy, and that's exactly what happened. This is a first down. Now we might see some spark. That's been a trend with this Denver offense.
45-yard line. O'Shaughnessy gets the give left side. It only gains a yard. Kappa Jones there, and I think that play just took a little bit too long to develop that stretch play, having O'Shaughnessy have to run maybe a few extra yards in the backfield.
Yeah, going from near to far there, and it just took a little bit too long.
Struthers will look to throw this time underneath. It is hit off the foot of a player and nearly bounces into the awaiting arms of Nicholas Warner.
Yeah, Nicholas Warner's going to be kicking himself. He's going to have nightmares of that one because it's going to come back to haunt him.
Especially if Denver can convert on another 3rd and long. Play action rollout. Struthers, his pass is deflected. Excellent heads-up awareness from TJ Harper, and it's 4th down. Bradshaw out there to punt.
TJ Harper saw that coming. He knew that was coming. I mean, that literally a play action boot. That was the same play that they called for that big 1st down on the last possession. TJ Harper saw it, got his hands up in the air, and made a difference. And that's a bummer for Denver. If you're a Nightwings fan, that is unfortunate. You got to come back out here and play defense, so it's still only a 6-point game.
And we'll head to SFL headquarters for a game break from Louisiana. Cam, over to you.
Thank you, Tyler. This is how it ended in Bossier City. Amelia Rose, the 21-yard game winner after Bossier City tied the game with a touchdown drive with under 3 minutes to play. Fort Worth holds on 23-20 over the Steamers. Back to you.
Thank you, Cam. That puts Bossier City down to 3-6, and how we've seen SFL playoffs in the past, that might be a very tough road to climb through, as that pass is nearly intercepted. Melanishin in coverage. Incomplete.
Yeah, and there's Melanishin. We talked about it. He's been a little bit quiet, right, in this game. Well, that was a huge pass breakup. You don't want to give up any explosives to this Motor City offense, because then they get some momentum and then they get rolling. If you give up a big pass, that run game gets going again.
Tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Pressure from off the edge. Kelly looking middle. Deflection. Quintana gets his pop there, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, again, linebackers working in the pass coverage, disrupting the passing lanes. That's all you can ask for. How about that 3rd down efficiency? I mean, that is... Whew.
Denver's gotten better at it. Motor City still has the only 1 3rd down conversion. This to really change the narrative. Blitz coming! Can't get rid of it! Goes down for a sack by Logan Gardner, and Detroit owes, and they will punt.
Unbelievable job by Logan Gardner. How about the big man getting some speed and setting the edge at the defensive end position, getting back there and just taking down Josh Kelly. Really, really good job by the Denver defense. They're getting the ball back now, and man, look at this. Motor City having a punt out of the back of their end zone.
And that one's going to be a pretty decent punt, mind you. And a good break from Logan. Keel gets it all the way to the 35-yard line. Their best starting field position of the game.
It might be one of their best starting field positions of the season, Tyler. That is pretty impressive. And this is their shot. If you're Denver on the sideline, if you're the coaching staff for Denver, you're looking at that. You're looking at this drive and you're saying, this is our chance. This is our chance to go up and get ahead here. Ignore, the team stats. Ignore everything that's been going on. This is where we get our chance. This is where we get our shot. Gene Struthers has got to step up to the plate here.
What does this Denver coaching staff come up with? It's a newer coaching staff here in the last few weeks. O'Shaughnessy with only a yard gain, tackled by Panani.
And they've got to rely, they always say feed the hot hand, Tyler, right? Mosley has been the hot hand tonight for this Denver squad. Find ways to get Mosley the ball.
Delayed handoff, O'Shaughnessy, nothing doing. King McNeely in on the tackle. First time we've called his name in quite some time. Under 4 minutes to go, 3rd and 8 coming up.
They got this empty look, though. This is where they find those mismatches. Look for 84. If I'm Gene Struthers, I'm finding 84 because odds are it's going to be man coverage.
Porter felt like he was setting up pressure. Instead of the outside defender comes in home. A home run for the Motor City defense. McNeely with the sack.
It's so funny how you just say we haven't called his name in a while. The very next play, he's working one-on-one against number 79 on the offensive line there, and really good job by King McNeely setting the edge, getting to the quarterback, forcing a punt with starting field position at the 35.
Second career sack for McNeely, and Bradshaw comes on to punt for Denver, and this one is going to bounce inside the 15, and they will finally tap it down with 3:07 to go. Oh, they squander the good field position, and now they have to rely on the defense again.
Yeah, but they've done a good job, Tyler. They've done a good job on defense, at least in this fourth quarter. The third and fourth quarter, they've done really, really well. You got to force a 3-and-out here. You got to flip it over again.
And we welcome you those joining us from the Bossier City-Fort Worth game. 20-14, Denver's tried to keep this one close as Motor City trying to overcome a Jackstad, a 10.5-point dog status here. And the first run goes for 3 yards. Here under 3 to play.
Yeah, you see it right there. 23 carries for 90 yards. Excellent, excellent night for Christopher Dean. And you see Denver now. You see him stacking the box. They got to continue putting the pressure on this run game.
6 down lineman, pressure coming. Kelly is picked at the 20-yard line. John Martin goes inside the 20. And just like that, they're in easy field goal range, you would think.
Tyler, I don't know what it is about linebackers tonight in the passing lanes. We've been talking about it all night. Suddenly, now John Martin comes up big for the Nightwings. And look, they've got better field position. They're starting in the red zone here. Now, this coaching staff has no excuses. You've got to score here. Denver needs to take the lead here. They're coming out 5 wide. Let's see what happens.
First interception of Josh Kelly tonight puts Denver in the red zone. Can they capitalize this time? Pass into triple coverage. Incomplete, looking for Gale.
And Struthers is going to be kicking himself because he had Dylan Lewis on a post open behind the defense there. It would have been a touchdown. Nonetheless, regroup, 2nd and 10. You got to, this is touchdown or bust territory if you're Denver.
How your defense is playing, a field goal still works. It still puts you within a field goal to get. But right now with how inept the offense has been, like just like this, nothing doing. O'Shaughnessy, no gain. You got to score it here. You got to get points.
This is your chance. You got to put up 7 here because when are you going to get the ball back inside the red zone? Starting field position, Tyler. You got to make some of this. And you hear this crowd right now. They're not having it. Last time the crowd was this loud, we had a big first down.
Struthers, middle, incomplete, looking for Mosley. Decision time on 4th down.
This one's tough. This one's tough, but I think you might have to take the points.
Bradshaw is out there. It will be a 35-yard attempt. He has missed a field goal already today. Snap, spot, kick is up, and this one is straight down Main Street with 2:02 to go. They do get points, but it isn't 6, it's only 3.
And that's okay. Look, you got to be aggressive going in to start the drive. You got to say, okay, we got to get 7 points on this. It's like the old saying, you know, aim for the stars, land on the moon, right? That's the old saying, and that's exactly what Denver did there. They're going to go with an onside kick here. They have to, if they don't get this, they can't give up a field goal.
They will stop Motor City, who recover it at the 42-yard line, light with the good hands. But if you're the V8s, you need at least 12 yards. 12 yards gets you in field goal range to get it back to a touchdown ball game. The closing minutes here from Michigan come to you next. 20-17, V8s trying to hold on. Two minutes in regulation. Denver need a stop. In the worst way, Dean with a good first down run, gains 7, and he's hurt. Oh, he didn't deserve that. And it's a free timeout for Denver.
Wow, that stops the clock. That is huge for Denver. Listen, you never want to see an injury on the field, right? But this is what's going to happen. I mean, they had to rely on the run game a little bit more. He is walking off, which is good. So close, not much time to go in the game, so that's a plus side. For Denver, they get a free timeout.
More than likely see more runs out of the V8s. In comes Shane Kaufman, who has been the right hand to the left hand of Dean's rushing game through the middle. First down, V8s. Timeout, Denver.
And so it begins. But look, let's be honest here. Let's go ahead and play the idea of Motor City. Let's say Motor City does get a field goal here, right? They don't score a touchdown. Denver has scored off a 2-minute offense, Tyler, today.
It could be close. It might as well be close. Another first down wins it for the V8s. Kaufman, middle. Stopped after a gain of 7. Second timeout for Denver. They're inside field goal range.
This is going to be a tough one. You got to stack the box here. You got to try and force the run inside to where you've got help. You don't want to let them get to the outside.
3 yards puts Denver's season on life support. Handoff, Kaufman. He's got a hole. He's got a shake. He's got a broken tackle. And a first down in bounds. Motor City will hold on for the win as both teams move to 3-7.
Wow. What a finish to this game. I mean, look, Tyler, this was a heck of a game. Starting out, Motor City seemed like they dominated every phase of the game, and then Denver started to figure some things out. They started to connect with that 2-minute offense drive. Then they got back into it, got to a little bit of a rhythm in the second half with the passing game. Mosley had a heck of a game coming out and really playing, and kudos to both teams, but Motor City, they had the plan in mind. They knew what they wanted to do. We're going to run the ball. We're going to be vertical with the passing game, and we're just going to control the line of scrimmage, and they did that tonight, Tyler.
With how things are shaking out right now, there's only, at the moment, at this current time, only one wild card slot that could potentially see a 5-7 team go in. If both these teams go to 5-7, Motor City will have tiebreak head-to-head over Denver. Denver's season's on life support. Motor City in with a very outside chance as we wind down this amazing season 23 of the SFL. Motor City send their fans home happy one final time here from Bank Michigan Stadium. Their season will see them on a 2-game road swing as they go to Arizona next week and to Louisiana in week 15. Meanwhile, Denver, they got to play against similarly fated Los Angeles, who are now officially eliminated from the playoffs or potentially eliminated from the playoffs at 2-7. And then finally, week 15, they will play Vancouver at home. Both Los Angeles, Denver will need wins to even keep their season alive. But right now, Denver comes away with a crucial loss. Motor City with an impactful win. 20-17, the V8s take it away here at home.
This was an excellent game here tonight, Tyler. I mean, unbelievable, really, from both sides. Denver really started getting it going in the second half. But Motor City, let's be honest, Motor City controlled all phases of the game, pretty much the entirety of the game, starting and ending with the line of scrimmage. They had better push up front for the run game on offense, and they had better pressure on defense, on the defensive side, and getting to the quarterback, shutting down and containing Bailey O'Shaughnessy to levels that we might have never seen before against Bailey O'Shaughnessy. This was unbelievable. Good job by both teams, but hats off to the Motor City coaching staff.
Just 3 weeks left to go in this regular season. Of course, tomorrow, the Monday Night Spectacular, and this week in the SFL kicks off. We'll see you then, and until then, forever, for all the crew, I'm Tyler Falk. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.